Welcome to our channel. Please like and subscribe. What if everything you can touch, everything you can see, everything around you is made of something you've never actually seen? Not directly, not clearly, but it's there. Everywhere. It's called matter. And while it sounds simple, the truth about matter is far more surprising than most people realize. In this video, you're going to understand what matter really is in the simplest way possible, but in a way that completely changes how you see the world. Let's begin. First, what is matter? At its core, matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. That means everything you can physically interact with is matter. Your phone, the air around you, your body, even water. If it has weight and exists in space, it's matter. Now that sounds simple, but here's where it gets interesting. All matter is made of incredibly tiny building blocks called atoms. And atoms are so small that you cannot see them, even with a normal microscope. To give you perspective, there are more atoms in a single grain of sand than grains of sand on an entire beach. That's how small they are. Now let's go deeper. What is an atom made of? Inside every atom, there are three main parts: protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons and neutrons sit in the center in something called the nucleus. Electrons move around that nucleus at extremely high speeds. But here's the surprising part. Most of an atom is actually empty space. That means everything you touch, even solid objects, are mostly empty. It only feels solid because of how atoms interact. Now, think about that. The world around you feels solid. But at a microscopic level, it's mostly space. Now let's talk about states of matter. Matter doesn't always behave the same way. It exists in different forms. The most common are solid, liquid, and gas. In solids, atoms are tightly packed. They stay in fixed positions. That's why solids keep their shape. In liquids, atoms are still close, but they can move around each other. That's why liquids flow. In gases, atoms are spread out, moving freely. That's why gases expand and fill any space. Now here's something important. Matter can change from one state to another. For example, ice melts into water. Water turns into vapor. But the substance itself is still the same. Only the arrangement of atoms changes. Now let's go deeper. All matter is made from combinations of atoms. Different atoms combine in different ways to form everything around you. For example, water is made of hydrogen and oxygen. Change the combination, and you get something completely different. This is how the entire world is built. Now here's where things become even more interesting. Atoms themselves are made of even smaller particles, and at that level, things stop behaving like normal objects. They don't act like solid particles anymore. They behave in ways that are difficult to predict, almost like waves or probabilities. This is where physics becomes complex. But here's the simple idea. The deeper you go, the less solid everything becomes. Now, take a moment. Everything around you, your surroundings, your body, all of it is made from these tiny building blocks, organized in different ways. Now, let's simplify everything. Matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. It is made of atoms, which are made of even smaller particles. And at the deepest level, matter behaves in ways that challenge how we normally think. Now, here's the part that changes your perspective. You are made of matter. Every part of you is built from atoms that have existed for billions of years. Some of those atoms were once part of stars, which means you are not separate from the universe. You are part of it. Now think about that. Everything you are, everything you see, everything that exists physically is connected at a fundamental level. Now, take one final moment and look around you. What seems simple, what seems ordinary, is actually incredibly complex. And once you understand what matter really is, you don't just see objects anymore. You see structure, movement, and connection. And that changes how you see everything. That was excellent. Please like and subscribe for daily lessons. See you next time.